Whoa, got a full house.
Oliver Sensei, good evening.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Hello. We're
Right before class and asked for help with his taxes. So you can't say no to that.
well, you can. I do that to my parents all the time when they ask for computer help.
Well, that's parents, not children.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
family.
don't pay taxes anymore.
nice. You are living the life, Sensei.
Along
Oh,
with
yeah.
those days. All right, we were just doing basics. We were just on Achimashite, Chudansuke, Chudanuke, and with some change body. So this one is an exploratory one. You can try to change body if you want, or you can stay static. It's up to you. All right, come on. I don't remember what I'm doing. Neat. Go. Oops. 6. Touch. 2. 2. And Udansha, feel free to do the strikes the black belt way. So 1 knuckle out, Chudan, Uke, the 45 blocks, all that kind of stuff. However you want to do those. All right, number next, Vance. You remember what's next?
Is it the punch ki every time?
Not quite. We got a little bit to go before that.
Okay, in that case, it's the crossbody block.
Yeah, there you go. Cross body block. Green belt in the bud, change body. My peace. Hey. So. Chin. Go. Hey. Up. 6. 2. 2. Good. All right. Vance, number next.
Single bone.
Single bone. Single bone block. All right. Hey. Hey. So. 2. Go. Hey. Up. 6. X. 2. 2. Good. Number next.
Now is it the ki?
So close, but not yet.
No.
One more.
Huh. Oh shoot though.
Yeah, Shuto. My favorite one, Van. How can you forget my favorite?
Because it's my least favorite.
Make me feel like a failure.
Oh,
Not really, but it adds a little something to it, don't you think? All right, here we go. Mac. Hits. Hey. Hump. G. Go. Work. 6. Cuts. 2. 2. Yeah. Remember, Dan, to keep that out kind of mid chest level. Yeah. Don't let them drop too low. Right. You're protecting. Right. So this hand protecting your center line, this hand is kind of striking at an angle. Right. Boom. You want to keep that out. You want to protect that center line. If you're down here, you got to go a lot farther if you miss. If you're here, you don't have to go as far to go up or down. Kind of keep them in the center. So that remember fist distance. Your hand to come out. Good? Hey, Van, now it's next.
Punch Kia every time.
Yeah, the one you've been waiting for. So you better make them good. All right. Here we go. 9. 8. 4. 3. 2. 4. 6. 2. Good. Yeah. And on those two, I think at Federation, I don't remember if it's been at Federation camps or whatever, on that last one, on your way up, you can do 1, 2, 3 if you want to switch your hands. And that gives you a little bit of a different setup. It switches your hands around, make things interesting. All right. Number next.
Double bone.
Close. Not
Down.
my-
There you go. There you go. Down block. Get on uke. 9. 8. So. Shake. Go. Good. 6. 2. 2. Excellent. All right. Now it's next.
Double bone.
Shoot on uke. Full bone block. Middle block. All right. Hit. Knee. So. Shake. Go. Huh? 6. Touch. 2. 2. Hey. Now, when you're changing body, but Sensei always said, particularly at black belt, but even at green belt, remember small Tai Sabak, smaller, right? So we don't want to necessarily get all the way sideways, right?
Okay.
We want to still accept the strike, but we want it to kind of maybe at worst be a glancing blow. We don't want to come all the way sideways, right? Because now we've presented a sideways target. So Sensei always talks about when we come back or when you come in an angle, just come just off center. Just like so many of our strikes, right? Just off center. So the one we're about to do, Jodanuke, the whole point is to get it to glance off our arm, go right past our head, right? So same as with change body, because if we do this, I'm doing this, my arm strength is over there, but my body strength is out here. I still want to be facing my attacker, right? I want my center line to be on them, and for their center line to be off me, right? So just a reminder to not go super big in these, but just take small steps, just come slightly offline, right? And I think that'll make a big difference for everybody.
Hi, Sakai. I'm gonna get them.
All right. Number next,
I block.
I block Jodan Uke. Nine. Eight. Eight. Hunt. Shake. Go. Rip. 6. Go. Heights. 2. 2. 3. Hey, good. Remember, Van, especially as you're getting used to doing this and still learning this, remember, try to keep that elbow from winging out, right? Straight up, right? Keep the elbows in. You should hear, kind of like when you're punching, you should hear your elbows graze your sides. Same thing for high block, right? Elbows graze those sides, come right up the middle. Like you're kind of almost like you're doing an uppercut. Right? I just don't want to make sure we don't want to wing out. That's a different block. It has its own uses. Okay. All right. Right. What's next?
Snap kick.
Part of
Part
it.
of it.
Block to the.
Go in the wrong direction.
Snap kick to the front. Snap kick.
Another part to that equation.
Side kick. Snap. Side kick.
Look at your senpai.
Oh, block, snap, side kick. Wait, no, block, snap, kick. Dude, I'm getting farther and
Here,
farther
let me
away.
save you from yourself. Punch, kick under.
Okay.
Right? Tsukigiri. Right? Middle punch, shoot on Tsuki, Aigiri. Right? Punch, kick under. We'll get it eventually. All right. Back. Pitch. Nate. Son. Chin. Go. Bang. Rope. 6. Heights. 2. 2. Heights. Yeah. There we go. All right. Now what's next?
I forgot the orders of the kicks.
All right. It's what you had said before all that fall draw. So it's going to do single punch, PI every punch. All right, just one. Each PI. Come on. Hit. 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 Oh. Hit. 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 Go. Hit. 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 Two. Good. All right. Hands on hips. Front snap kick, Maegeri. Front snap kick. Van, how does every kick start and stop?
The knee,
Yes. What about the knee?
sorry, say again,
What about the knee?
at a 90 degrees angle.
Yep, so it comes up. Get them up. Bend those knees. Bend your support knee. Get those knees up. A good, solid middle kick for stretch purposes, training purposes. All right, left foot in front. Hidari Ashimai. My. H. Hey. Hup. Chin. Go. Hup. 6. 2. Good. Good. All right. Now, give you a fresh start. We're entering the kick phase. What's the first set of combo kicks that we do after those?
Sorry, say again.
What's the first set of combos that we do after the punch, kick under, and the snap punch? And if all else fails, look at your senpai. Get your cue senpai. It'll remind you.
Block kick to the side.
Yeah.
Lifeline.
Ayukite. Yoko Kingeri. Right? Remember, knees bent. If your knees aren't bent, you're gonna wobble like a really sad walking downtown. All right? Knees bent. All right? Pitch. Knee. Jump. Chip. Go. Pitch. Patch. Hit. 2. All right. We're next. Starting at the lowest level.
Chin kicks.
Chin kicks. Yotogeri. Good. Feet together. Heels together. Musubidachi. Hands on hips. Look for your kick in. Come on. Hit. Hit. Swap. Kick. Go. Please. 6. 8. Kick. 2. Good. Next.
Back kicks.
Nope, we got a lot to do before then.
Side
Yeah.
kicks.
What was that?
Side kick.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You had Kuyu Dansha, giving you hand signals. They were ready to fly away. All right. This is the second verse in a higher key. All right. Yoko Geri, side kick. Remember to look where you're kicking. Start with the left leg first. Come on. Hit. Hit. Swap. Kick. Go. Hup. Six. Six. Two. Two. Three. Yeah. All right. Number next, and it's not the back kick.
One more side kick. For the
Side
side.
kick.
Side kick.
Side kick to the front.
There you go. Good. Side kick to the front. All right. Again, knees bent. Try not to bob up and down. Back. Reach. Knee. Hump. G. Go. Right. Six. Two. Two. All right. Number next. We're done with the side kicks.
Gudon something something. I know it starts with Gudon or Godon or something like that. It's the roundhouse.
No.
Oh, roundhouse. There it is.
There you go. Roundhouse. Mawachi in Japanese. Right? Mawachi roundhouse. All right. So, in deference to the experience, age, and medical issues, we'll do one kick per. All right. So we'll do one Mawachi at mid-level per count. Right? Not gonna do the three, we're just gonna do the one and get a good solid one target. Make that target right about, mid-thigh. That's what we'll do as far as mid-level, all right? Hands in guard position, left foot back. Hirari asked you Yoshiro. Left foot first, come on. H. Hey. Start. Six. Go. Six. Two. Two. Three. Good. Switch. Hantai. Back. Hit. Hit. Stop. Hit. Go. Hit. Good. Oh, yeah. That's some good stuff right there. All right. Dan, what's next?
Back kicks.
Yes. Back kicks. Ushiro Gary. Musubidachi. Heel together. Remember, every kick stops and starts the same place. Up, down, up. Don't lean your body. Head above your butt. It takes a lot of coordination and some good stretching to do right. Don't lean over. Right? Back. Reach. Knee. Up. Chin. Go. Reach. Six. Eight. Good. Good. All right. Whew. Now what's next?
Side kick, then front kick.
Excellent. Side kick, front kick. Yokogiri, Fumachigiri. Hidari Ashushiro. A foot back. Hands on hips. Mike. Hit. Knee. Jump. G. Go. Attack. Six. Two. Two. What's next?
Front kick, then side kick.
Right. Front kick, side kick. Knees up, both kicks. There's two techniques. Sensei and I would rather see 5, or in this case, 2.5, 3 good ones, and 5 crappy ones. All right. Take time. Get good out there. Am I?
Right.
Hit. Hit. Home. Cheese. Go. Impact. Hook. 6. 2, 3. Ooh. All right. Number next.
Reverse punch.
Us.
5 fast, 5 slow.
Yes. Yes. Yep. Get on. Okay. Up fast. 5 fast. 5 slow. Complete opposite of the way everybody else in the Federation does it. Why? Because we're from Austin, damn it.
Keep it weird.
That's right. Here we go. Right. Pitch. Knee. Stop. Pitch. Jump. Work. Six. Two. Two. Good. Good. All right. Whew. What's next?
Reverse punch.
Yes. Reverse punch. And Akuzuki. Our second favorite technique in all the basics. You can get some good change body English on this as well. So that's always fun. All right. Here we go. Right hand out, left foot in front. 9. Hey. 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 Go. Work. Reach. Two. Two. Good. Excellent. What's next? We said it way
It's,
back at the beginning.
The knuckle taps?
No, we got one more technique yet.
Your favorite combo?
Oh, it's the block sweep jab.
Yes. Roadhouse. Block. Shoot the hand out of the way. Grab it. Jab him in the throat. Grab the larynx. Rip it out. Put it on the ground. Stomp on it a couple of times. And shout your enemy's name so the whole world can hear you.
I thought you were supposed to rip it out and then eat it.
Same thing.
That is
Gain their
not,
power.
Patrick
Is that the
Swayze's
advanced
canon.
class?
That's the advanced class, yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's, we'll do that right after we do the dim mop. So. All right. Here we go. Come on. It's a nice change body. Knee. Tom. G. Go. Hook. Six. Good. Two. Wesley! Wesley! All right, there we go. Boom.
Puppy boy, come here.
I know she's not talking to anybody, anyone but us. All right. What is number next?
Knuckle taps, toe taps, push-ups, link.
For those of you that can, let's get down on the ground. Some knuckles, some floor punches. These aren't really taps because we want to strengthen our knuckles and wrists. So we can start them out as taps, but pretty quick they ought to be good solid strikes. Unless you're on a second or third floor apartment, then that might bother some of your neighbors below. Anyway, my H, P, tongue, G, hook, touch, two, good, toes, mat, hit, G, hook, six, touch, two, good, push-ups, fish, G, go, two, good, stretch it out by staying in push-up position, but push your legs down and kind of arch your back up. Push up off the floor. Push the top half of your body up off the floor. Push that out. Good. And then, once you're stretched out, get in plank position. Come on. Hajime. Mate.
Yeah, guys. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your help.
Stretch out. All right, bring it up. Turn around, straighten yourself out. Me too. Good kick. Right.
Oh, I got those,
Hey, absolutely. Go to the well. Get something to drink. But wipe your face off, whatever it is you need to do. Whew.
wipe the slobber off my glasses.
Yep, that too. Like I said, whatever you got to do. Not a bad little set of warm-ups now, was it?
Oh, that's great.
Whew. Man, can tell I'm still getting out of shape being here at home. Whew.
Bubba, leave it.
Oh man. All righty.
Little helpers. Did you see my good helpers here?
Yeah, your dojo membership looks like it's increasing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Puppies.
outrageous. I've got my son's King Charles Cavalier here,
Oh, I love calves.
but it's on its last leg, so it's totally deaf. It's discovered its bark, so it likes the vibrations, I think.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
It can't hear it. It doesn't bother it.
Yes, they're interesting.
Yeah.
Drew, I noticed a couple of things, if I could just mention while we were doing that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Can we wait to see if Vance comes back? I'd like him to hear what you had to say, if that's all right. Vance, you there?
Fine.
There he
Yeah.
is. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Sensei,
look.
please.
No, firstly, I really enjoyed the change body
Right.
aspect of doing the basics. I think that was excellent.
Arigato.
The center line, Senchu Sen, as it's called. It's
Right.
fundamental to every fighting martial art. And I thought it was really good the way you had us all concentrating on, particularly, you've got to be facing that center line. It's just not a matter of shifting out of the road. That was great.
Hi, Sensei. Domo arigato.
Second point, with the Mawashigiri, the roundhouse kick, I trained for a short time with the Shikoku Ryu group, which was a branch of Shito Ryu. And their Mawashigiri was totally different to most styles, in that there was never any retraction. So when they did a roundhouse kick, it really just flew in and stayed there. And so it was all power. And they did a lot of practice with kick bags, just really charging in. And I asked their chief instructor why, and he said his sensei in Japan found that as you got older, you didn't have the knee problems that a lot of karateka do because of the continual snapping backwards and forwards. And I thought, yeah, that makes good sense. Mind you, I went straight back to retracting, but I'm just throwing that one out there as something to think about. And
I just don't want somebody holding on to it. If I leave this big tree trunk out there, I don't want somebody else to be able to grab it. And then I'm kind of up the creek. So
it was all instep kicks too. There was never any kicking with the ball of the foot for them.
Right.
And the third observation, Vance, I don't think I've ever seen a Q grade bullied so supportively by 5 other people just to help him learn. So Vance, you're going to be brilliant if you survive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there should be more of it. There'll be less Q grades, but there should be more of it. So that's all I've got to say, Drew. Thank you for that.
Domo arigato, Sensei. Domo arigato. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. The Mawashigiri is, one of my favorite kicks, just because I think, that I tend to be fairly well suited for them because I got big tree trunks for legs, and some of the best damage you can do is, kind of low. one of the things I saw that was interesting is just to complete, the thought that you were talking about. A lot of the Muay Thai kickboxers, what they'll do is they don't stop; they just come all the way through. So what they'll do is they'll kick and come around all the way through. Like they don't snap it and they don't stop it at the body. Like their goal is to just bam, come all the way through with those kicks. So there's 3 different ways of approaching that same kick, and they all have different striking areas. They all have different uses, and they all have different, adjustments that can be made, and they all have their place. And so I think it's really, really interesting to think about that, because they're different groups of people. And just like karate is suited for, some people, and, taekwondo is suited for some people, and kung fu is suited for some people, and, whoever they may be, there's different styles that have the same basic mechanics, but that have different applications that make them important to the systems that they're in.
Yeah.
And so, Van, I think that's one of the things really that you can learn just starting out, is there's several ways to do a technique. And, not any of them are wrong, right? There are some that are specific to our style, but if you keep your eyes open and you talk to people from other styles, you see that, hey, they have the same basis, but they're executed slightly differently and they give you different results. And that's a good thing, right? So
That's what you just said there. That's what I really like about the White Rock group. You always thinking outside the square. I don't make it very often, but when I do, I always go away with thoughts. Thoughts.
well,
Yes.
that's good. That's good. As long as they're positive thoughts or
Good or bad.
thoughts, that's okay.
Yeah, I didn't clarify that, but I just said thoughts is probably good enough. Yeah, no, that's
More, I think we're okay.
Right.
so.
All right.
Drew, before you get on to the next section, I'll take my leave now
Okay.
and
All
go
right.
and pick up what's left of my Jeep.
Oh no.
Thank you as always, guys. I really appreciate when I can get in. It's really makes me feel good about our federation.
Hey, and
Particularly
we're
at the
so very
moment.
glad. We're so
Yeah,
very
no,
glad when you can come join us.
That's okay. All right.
All right.
Thanks very much,
Kyosuke.
guys.
Kyosuke, sensei de. Domo arigatou gozaimasu, sensei.
Arigatou gozaimashita. Jamata ne.
Ohayou gozaimasu. Hey, bye-bye. All righty. So since for the last 30 minutes, I was thinking that maybe I would break off all the B's, Brian, Ben, and Bridget, into a room, and you guys could do your pick of Sai or Bo. Probably Sai, because I think it's been a while since you guys have done that, right? So go through, basics if you want, or the kata in some order, and then when time is good, then we can come back. Or, I figure, Brian, it's probably been a while with Sai, yeah?
I'm not sure I'm in a place where I can actually swing a side.
Well, I mean, alternatively, if you want to stick in here with Van and I, you can do that as well. And I was probably gonna go through Fukugata each, and then maybe do some time with on some Ippon.
I'd love to do side, but if I break something in the kitchen, I won't be back with you guys for a long time.
Well, okay. I mean, it's up to you. Which would you prefer?
I think I'll defer on the side of not breaking the
Okay.
kitchen.
All right. Excellent. Well, let me assign some people to, we will assign some folks to Grinning Greens and Then we will assign, I guess, do I have to like assign everybody to a room?
I think so.
Okay,
Everyone,
well,
because you can jump back and forth, right?
yeah. All right. I don't know, whatever's happening. I think this will work. The sensei always says, go to your rooms. And don't forget to record, B. Woo. All righty. Wow, the power, the breakout power.
Ah,
Man. Right. Okay. So then we are going to go through who got to each. Excuse me. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, got something stuck there. All right, it's been a while, I think, since you've gone through Fukugata each, because I think we've been doing some Ippon Kumite, correct?
right.
All right, so you can set your cameras to stun if you want. You can highlight the main thing, but let's go through Fukugata each. Let's do it nice and slow. So the first time we're going to go through it, we're going to concentrate on step, stance, technique for every move. Okay, so we're going to spend some time, and it's going to be important. The one thing I want you to keep in mind as you work through this, to work on tonight, is to look before you step in a different direction. Okay,
Right.
so when we start, the first thing to do is look first and then step and do your techniques, right? Before you turn around, look, see what's going on, then turn around, do your technique, look, right? So just remember, when you're changing direction, look first, right? Because we always want to know where your target is. So that's why when we're doing Ippon techniques and sparring and stuff, eventually we'll talk about keeping your head up, right? And start using your peripheral vision, right? So if you look at somebody your height, right at the bridge of the nose, you can pretty much see their entire body from your peripheral vision, right? So what we want you to do is get used to get away from focusing on the particular item, right? Or where you're going to strike, and instead focus on one spot and strike, put your techniques, place your techniques right, and use your peripheral vision. This kata from the very first Keiko will teach you some of that idea, right? So imagine you're doing something and you've heard something. Oh, I want to look and see what's going on. Because if it's not going to come close to me, I don't need to do anything, right? So keep aware of that. So the first time we're going to do it, we're going to do it nice and slow. Concentrate on your techniques. Concentrate on looking where you're going first. Okay? Make sense?
Right.
Right? All right. Kyotsuke. Great. Kata.
Who got to each?
We got each. Good. Come on. Each. Look. Neat. Step, stance, technique. Stop. Look. Step. Lock. Deep. Punch. Go. Each. Touch. Good. Coot. Look. Two. I block. Good. Each. Look. No block. Neat. What? Son, look. Cheat. Go. Cheat. Look. There you go. Hatch. Two. Look. Do. Cheat. Good skate. Stick. Good. Good. Yeah. So what they've ended up doing, this was, I guess, man, like a year and a half ago now. They've changed the counting to start off, and to end. So at the end, there's no yame or kamai or anything. It's essentially just another count when you're coming together to finish the kata. So, we'll have ju, and then it'll be ich, and that's just, bring it together. And then, kyotsuke. Yeah, so they changed up some of that stuff, a little bit. I think that was a kaicho change. Okay. Now, we're going to do this one again, a little faster at speed, but remember, look before you change direction. Okay? Look first. Right. Always look first, right? I'm going to paraphrase something that Mr. Miyagi said in The Karate Kid. Look eye, always look eye, right? Let's always look to where you're going to be going. Know where you're going to step, know where you're going to punch before you do it. Blind techniques are a good way to not only seriously injure the other person more than you wanted to, but they're a good way to seriously injure yourself, right? You got to know where your attacker is. Otherwise, you're going to do a technique and they may have moved on and you've just opened yourself up for their attack, right? So you got to be aware. This is all about awareness. So as you're practicing in this, thinking of being aware of your surroundings, all right? So let's go through this a little faster, right? Remember to look for changing direction, all right? Kyotsuke. Right. Kata.
We got each.
We got each. Kamai. Each. Neat. Top. Cheat. Go. Six. Touch. Two. Two. Each. Neat. Son. Three. Six. Six. Touch. Two. Two. Each. Kyotsuke. Right. Good. Good. Every kata will have at least one point in it where you ki. And when we're doing this all in the federation all together, Kaicho wants everybody to ki at the same place. So some kata may have more, and sometimes you can add some, and especially if you're doing it on your own, you can kind of add some. But the ki in this kata, right, is after the second you've down blocked and you punched, it's that reverse punch. So when you step toward the back and bring that reverse punch, that's your ki. When you tighten up, that's when you give it a real good just, right? Okay. So that's the one spot in the kata that we do it. You'll hear some people do a ki at the end after the third punch on the way back. Sometimes they'll do it on the last punch, but the official point that Kaicho wants everybody to hit is that one right on that reverse punch. All right. So let's do it one more time. Let's do it a little faster. Remember, good techniques, step stance technique. Move your head. All right.
Right.
All right. Let's get. Great. Kata.
We got it each.
Good each. Come on. Hit. Hit. Boom. Hit. Go. Hit. Whoop. Teach. Touch. Two. Two. Peace. Neat. Top. Two. Go. Go. Reach. Touch. Two. Two. Taste. Okay. Great. Good. All right. All right, Vance. Now's your time to shine.
Oh,
You get to do it all by yourself. I'll
fun.
give you the counts, and we'll watch and see how well you do without having other people to check off of. So here we go. All right, nice and easy. Kyotsuke. I just said Kyotsuke. Kyotsuke is just attention.
Oh, yeah. Hi.
Kyotsuke. Great. Kata.
We got it each.
Come on. Hitch.
I can't hear you.
Neat. Top. Cheat. Go. Group. Six. Get those fists up. Touch. Two. Two. Each. Neat. Hump. Cheat. There you go. Go. Group. Six. Touch. Two. Two.
Sorry? You
Jew.
cut out again.
Jew. Kyotsuke. Great. Good. Not bad for your first time doing it by yourself, I think. Although I will say, number one thing, get those punches up. Get those punches up. They are at sternum level. And it could have been the camera angle, but it looked like to me they were down here. So, you know, all of the punches except for the last two are sternum level. Okay. So
Does it
make
look on
sure
level
that,
now?
yeah, it looks better. It looks better than it was. There were some of the ones where you were sideways and it looked like you were punching, you know, kind of down here. Make sure those punches are up at sternum level, right?
Right.
Every punch. That's one thing. The other thing, and we've talked about this before, the other thing is both hands are moving. You know, get used to having both hands move, right? So when I'm here, right, at the very beginning of the kata, when I step out, right, this hand comes down to protect my groin, right? This hand comes up, they push pull, right?
Right.
I'm gonna step and punch, right? Now, when I come back around, right, I'm gonna look, this hand drops from my belt, covers my groin again, right? Yep. So as you step back, that hand that's at your belt comes down and covers your groin, and your other hand comes up. You got your hands backwards. Put your hands. There you go, right? Because your right foot should be in front. Boom, and you're gonna block here. Right? And then you step and punch. Right? Now, I'm gonna turn back around to the front, right? So I'm gonna step out, and that hand that's at my belt comes down to protect my groin. Hand comes up, boom, down, right? So really, really work on getting both hands engaged, right? Whenever you're doing down blocks, I saw in a lot of cases, you're doing a lot of, you know, you're doing just one-handed stuff. You're coming around and this hand is staying here and you're just, you know, doing that. Get both hands engaged, right? Because, you know, you're done with your hand on this technique, but now, I'm going to protect because I'm turning around. Something may have changed, right? I'm turning around. I need to protect my center line. If I'm here, that's open, right? If I'm here, it's not open, right? It's protected, right? And then I can just follow that down. So get in the habit of, you know, as you're doing techniques, you're changing this hand, especially for down blocks, but for other things eventually, right? This hand, when you start moving, this hand becomes engaged as well, right? You know, I'm here, I'm gonna step, bam, right? This can also be a technique if you think about it, right? If I'm here, right, this could also be a technique. I could be punching down, boom, and then block, right? That's a perfectly valid technique. So it's used for protection, but it's also used as a strike, right? So get both those hands moving, right? If you ever watch yourself doing a kata or you're doing a kata and only one hand is moving in this style, you're probably doing it wrong, because this style is very much about getting both hands moving, right? Even in the basics, right? Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, right? Push, pull, push, pull. Sensing a theme here, right? Both hands move, right? There's some biokinetic energy that gets shuffled around when your muscles work in concert with one another, right? So you can get more snap and strength if you're moving both hands than if you're just moving one, right? It ties your muscles together and it makes your body move as one with opposing forces such that your block is just that much stronger, okay? So let's try that again. Let's do Hukugata each. Think about what you're doing and also think about engaging, you know, look where you're going and also engaging both hands, okay? And incidentally, when we start this kata, it'll be Kyotsuke Rei Kata, and then it's Kamae, which is all you do is you take your hands from the side, just right around to the front. There's no that. It's just whoop, and they stack. And that's the way it'll end as well. So after you get done here, you know, and these are the only kata that do this. The rest will generally start from, you know, here or something like that. All right. Okay, here we go. Kyotsuke. Right. Kata.
We got it each.
Hamai. Good. Ish. Good. Ni. San.
Okay.
Good. Shoot. Go. Whoop. There it is. Seach. Good. Hutch. Coot. Jew. Each. Neat. Tonk. Where's your punch? Is it high enough? Okay,
High.
good. Coot. Each. Hutch.
I have a question.
Yep.
How many like actual reverse punches is it? Is it 4 or is it 3?
4.
Alright.
It's 1 static. So when you turn around, you got 1, and then you do 1, 2, 3. So you should end up with your right foot out in front and your left hand out.
Alright, yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, thank you.
Yep. Coot. Two. Each. Neat. So. Good. Great. Good. Much better. Yeah, it's really, I can see the gears turning, right? And so just think every time when you're doing a low block for Fukugata each, when your hand's at your belt, every time you turn direction to do a low punch, just shoot that hand down there like you're punching somebody trying to kick you in the nuts,
Alright.
right? I mean, that's essentially what it is, right? Bam. No, you're not going to do that. Boom, right? My hand's at my belt. Nope. Boom, right? Think of it that way, right? The other thing is make sure that your high blocks aren't coming up as hooks like this. Get them right up into the body. Yeah, get them tight to you. Boom, right? So if I'm down here, right, and I come up, get them right in there, nice and high, but tight to the body, right? And then here, right, and get it right up that middle, right?
Right.
Remember, keeping it compact, keeping it out, and you remember what you're protecting your head. You're not trying to punch their arm out of the way. You're trying to deflect it, right?
Alright.
Good. All right, excellent. Well, it is 8:22. Let's spend the last couple of minutes. Do you have any questions on Fukugata each? Does everything I've said to you tonight make sense?
Alright.
Good. That's the important thing. Just really practice on, you've got the sequence down pretty good. Now, like I said, let's work on some of those nuances because those nuances are important. Okay? In the last remaining moments of class this evening, I want to work on those that new Ippon Kumite that we brought up the other night. So it's that one with the outside block, and you flip your hand over and pull, right? Remember that one?
Sort of, yeah. Hi.
Yeah. Right. So what we're gonna do is when the punch comes in, right? So that punch is coming in, right? So they're gonna have a right, let's see. We're gonna be left side, and they're gonna step in and punch, right, with their right hand. And what I'm gonna do is basically I am going to just be standing here minding my own business, right? And I'm going to step back and I'm going to do a kakeuke, but it's going to be kind of upside down, right? So kakeuke is normally a single bone block, right? Is normally like this. All I'm going to do is turn it over and I'm going to open my hand, right? So I'm going to block it like this, right? Get that thumb in. There you go. I'm going to block it like this, right? Then I'm going to turn my hand over and grab their wrist, right? And I'm going to just pull straight back. Yep. This one, you're not trying to pull down to your belt yet, right? This is essentially just to turn around and learn how to block right here, right? Flip that hand over and grab their arm and slide it down to their wrist and pull a little bit. So you've got it locked in. Now, we can't do this, because we're not in person. It'd be a lot easier, right? But the idea is going to be my hand is going to be like this, right?
Right.
And what's going to happen is either they're going to pull back or I'm going to pull my hand. And if I have my fingers like this, right, around, what's going to happen is if I have my fingers tight, my hand will fly down their arm till it hits their hand, right? See that? And
Right.
then I got a good hold. So as long as I can keep my fingers tight on their wrist at the smallest point, I've got a good grip on them. Right? You feel that?
Right.
Right? And so that's what you're doing, right? So I'm blocking. Let me see if I can demonstrate this again. It's going to be a little hard since I have to hold it and do stuff at the same time, right? That punch is going to come in, right? It's going to come in. And what I want to do is I want to block it like this. I want to just reach over and grab it and pull. Yep.
Right.
Yep. It's hard to conceptualize, I know, without a body. Hopefully, in a week or two, we'll be able to actually get to the park where you can, reach out and touch someone. You can feel this, right? But it's going to be block and just put your hand out and then pull, right? Block, hand out, pull. Boom. Kind of like a little T-Rex arm, boom, boom, right? But the idea is you're pulling, and later on in later sets, we'll build on this, right? There's a punch, there's a kick, there's a nifty little roundhouse. So it's a lot of fun. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start out left side, all right? So my left foot is in front, your left foot is in front. Or actually, you're just kind of hanging out there, right? And I'm going to punch. And this technique is to the outside of my arm. So looking at the screen, whatever is the outside of my arm to you, that's what hand you would have up, right? So you're going to block, palm facing you, then flip it over and pull it in, right? Good. And so I'm going to alternate punches and we'll work on just getting this hand motion down. All right, come on. Each. Good. Nate. So. See. Good. That other hand is active. Like, get it up at your belt. Don't let it just drop. Go. Go. Teach. Touch. Two. Two. Good. Realized kept getting closer to the camera. Sorry about it. Didn't let you see enough of my arm. Right. So yeah. So let's do just a couple more of those, just again, so you can get those hand motions in order. So it's gonna be just like doing a single bone block, right? The motions are just like doing a single bone block, except instead of flipping it over right at the end, you're just gonna keep it flat and then flip it over. So this is really just a single bone block, just like you've always done it. The motions are the same, both hands, except it's just I'm gonna block and flip it and grab before I flip it over, right?
Right.
Think about it that way. All right, here we go. Here we go. Come on. Pitch. Good. Neat. Salt. Good. Heat. Go. Hook. Six. X. Two. Two. Good, good. So, Brian, have you done any of these before as part of the EPONs?
Not from this, but this technique is found in other styles that I've studied in.
Yep.
The one thing I want to comment, when you're blocking like that, if you'll reach up, take your hand and this inside part, kind of tap it where you're looking at where you're blocking. You feel that twing? At least on my arm, I don't have a lot of padding there, but right in here,
Yeah.
there's a lot of nerves and probably tendons running through there. The final, my understanding, this way I was taught, the final part of this kind of technique is that this block is not hard. It's a circle. The other arm, deflect, grab. Because if you block hard right here, hit a hard surface, you'll probably deaden your hand, or at least it hurts like a booger.
Mm-hmm.
So just know this is a step to other things.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was in Shito-ryu for quite a few years, and that's common in that style.
Right. Tomo arigato. Yeah, he's absolutely right. Like, you don't want to target right at the wrist for this hit. What you want to do is you want to hit right about here, right where you've got some muscle and such, and the bone really kind of starts. Or for some of the upper ranks, or as you get to green belt-ish, green and brown belt, you'll start hitting with this, with the bit of your thumb, right? So you're going to come up whack. And if you can whack somebody with that,
That's different. Yeah.
on the outside of your arm, that's sadness. Like, you can, yeah, exactly. Right. So for now, you want to aim for a point maybe about 2 inches down from the palm of your hand, maybe 3, right? Like,
Yeah, you want to stay away from that wrist.
Yeah, stay away from this little block right here. Right. You don't want that. You want to get it where your muscle starts a little bit. That's your target. So it's better to go a little high and then come down than to go too low and just whack that part of your wrist. That's the sadness. right? But Brian talks about the other techniques, because the other techniques that are going to come along with this are basically, there's essentially a check, there's a check, right? Check, block, and then there's a rib punch. There's a check, block, and a front kick. And then there's a check, block, pull, and a roundhouse, the gut. There's 3 or 4 different techniques that we'll use to build on this. So, there's 1, 2, 3. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 1, 2, 3, boom. And then there's 1, 2, right? And all of these aren't necessarily about pulling, they're about controlling, but we'll get into that at a later date. Once you've got a few more stripes under your belt, or on your belt, as the case may be. Any questions on anything?
No.
Okay, all right. Let's take us back to the big rooms, and we will close things out.
Well, hi.
Hi, everybody. Everybody have fun tonight?
Tonight.
Did anybody Wang Chung tonight?
I just-
Okay. All right. Well, if you did, no more Wang Chunging. That's for after class. All right. Anybody got any questions or anything before we go? We ended with one less than we started with, but seeing as he was he's a Rokudan, or Shichidan Rokudan, I think, he's entitled to do what he will. So overall, I think things went pretty well.
He's a national director. He can do what he wants.
That's right. That's right. Any questions from anybody?
Yes, in fact.
All right. Let's close things up. Bridget, if you would do the honors and close things down, please.
Yes, in fact. Kyosuke. 後ろ回って右ギートオービングアウス。はい。正面。で、先輩に。上。どうもありがとうございます。
Hey, don't touch my stay, everybody.
先輩に。上。さよなら、先輩。
Bye. Senpai, hey, or Yudancha. Arigatou gozaimasu. Yay. Mudancha, right?
Right.
Yay.
Oh, hi. Right.
Yay.